After rereading a few very important chapters in One Piece, I think I have discovered the true power that Haki has, and it's way greater than observation Haki, armament Haki, and even Conqueror's Haki. All right, it builds on all three of those, but it goes so much further, and we've actually seen this in play in One Piece 3 times already, if you would believe it. All right, I'm going to get into the reasons that I think this is the case, but I'll start off right now that this will include spoilers from One Piece chapter 1109. All right, so if you have not read that, go and read it now and then come back. All right, let's get into it. First, the chapter I would like to go over, the episode in particular of the One Piece anime I want to go over, is back in the Wano arc, all right, when Shanks uses his famous Wi-Fi Haki attack. All right, I know this kind of, cut a lot of people off guard and thought it was pretty funny, but I think that this is an extremely powerful Haki ability that is kind of a level more advanced than Conqueror's. All right, I'm going to go into kind of another reason why I think this, and that is when we see Saturn get summoned first on Egghead Island. All right, when he gets summoned, all right, he comes out of the ground. He is not on the island. All right, he's nearby, but he somehow transports his presence to the island in a full physical manifestation. Shanks did the almost exact same thing when he used his Wi-Fi Haki, all right? He literally transports his, Conqueror's Haki to a different location on the island of Wano. This is crazy. And I think this is the same power being shown. I think that the Gorosei just have it down to a much finer science and have developed it and have a greater understanding of it that allows them to actually physically manifest at the location that they have transported their Haki to. All right, chapter 1109 made me think of this because Saturn mentions starting the summoning again. All right, someone else is going to be coming to the island. All right, it's most likely going to be one of the Gorosei, but I think that I think there's a possibility that it isn't. I think we could see, all right, some other characters in the One Piece universe that are allied with the world government that have incredibly powerful Haki. There's tons of people that, meet this description that we haven't really seen too much yet. St. Figarland Garling even, all right? If he clearly is a member of the world government, he's allied closely with the five elder stars, he definitely is aware of some of the deeper mysteries and he has a deeper understanding of Haki just inherently based on the people he is surrounded by, all right? I think this kind of makes so much sense that Conqueror's Haki isn't the final step because we've been introduced to that so long ago. All right, there has to be another step for Haki to reach that I think Oda is slowly introducing us to, and I think it just makes a lot of sense, especially when we consider some of the power that Haki has on other people. All right, when we think about Conqueror's Haki, it typically comes in the form of Shanks or Luffy or someone given a menacing look and then a bunch of people getting knocked out as the screen changes colors or something like that. All right, there's a lot of complicated reasons that go into someone having Conqueror's Haki. It's not just blood relation, it's based off of your dreams and your will. You have to have the will of a conqueror if you want to have this level of Haki. You also have to have the ability to wield Haki in the first place. All right, it's a very select power that not very many people have. Okay, and this power clearly has an effect on other people. All right, armament Haki and observation Haki don't necessarily have an effect on other people the way that Conqueror's Haki does. Now, people might say with observation Haki, you could use that to maybe find someone, but you can't really use it to directly manipulate someone like Conqueror's Haki does. Okay, what I think happens is that when you evolve this Conqueror's Haki, there's a chance that what this summoning is even like a possession of sorts. Okay, because what if there's just a low-level marine that Saturn can just transport himself into and literally just take over their body, all right, except in a way different form. This is starting to get a little bit out there, but I think based on what we've seen with some of these Haki feats and with Shanks and specifically the Gorosei, I will not accept that the Gorosei summoning is some magical thing. All right, there has not been magic in One Piece like that, other than the Clobberman, the one that appears at the end of Water 7 when they're burning the Going Merry. I think that's the only example of a mystical entity we have in the entire One Piece verse. So I think it honestly makes no sense that what is happening right now is mystical as well. And I've seen a few arguments that say that it is, but I think that it just doesn't make very much sense given the direction that Oda has taken this story. Everything has a Haki or a devil fruit basis. All right. If it's not based on that, all right, it doesn't really make much sense, and it honestly doesn't fit into the One Piece world. All right. I think a lot of people kind of haven't made this connection yet between Shanks's Wi-Fi Haki and what the Gorosei and Saturn in particular have done on Egghead with the summoning. I think that this explains so much of the power of Haki and the kind of next step that Luffy might take it to. I think this could open up a very interesting path for One Piece in terms of when we get into the later story, especially when we reach the final island. If it's possible for the world government to summon themselves onto Laugh Tale, that would be crazy. All right. I mean, I am of the belief that the world government knows where Laugh Tale is, but cannot access it for whatever reason. They need someone else to access it if they want to be able to go there as well. They have to almost be the second to go there after, let's say, Luffy goes there first. I think that this summoning ability will play into that to some extent. I mean, I think that there's a chance that like when they arrive on Laugh Tale, they will have defeated the world government and stuff already. But I don't think this is the case. I think that what will most likely happen is the stakes will be set, the environment will be set. Luffy will acquire the fourth road poneglyph, and then he will set off for Laugh Tale, discover the true history of the world, and then, accomplish his dream. All right, we still don't know what Luffy's true dream is. I mean, and it could even, somehow build off of one of these and play off of one of these. There's so much that hasn't been explained yet in the realm of Haki and in the realm of One Piece that it just makes sense to me that going forward, we are going to see so much more explanation involving Haki, involving summoning, involving some of these more mystical, but not mystical because they have been explained in the One Piece universe. Some of these elements that are more unexplained in a sense, especially like Conqueror's Haki and the levels that it can go further from there. A lot of people used to think that One Piece was going to have a second time skip. And I think that this was never going to be the case. That doesn't make much sense to me. I think we've really seen, I think Oda set the scene of what pretty much everything that was going to be in One Piece at the beginning. I mean, we have seen Haki from nearly the beginning of One Piece, but a lot of people say, it wasn't really in its true form yet. For whatever reason or another, Oda still introduced it to us and wanted us to be aware of it. And the Conqueror's Haki we've been aware of for well over 500 chapters. So there hasn't been much development in terms of the abilities of Haki that have been outright explained as Haki. I mean, sure, more of the Straw Hats are using Haki, but still, characters like Brooks still can't use Haki. I mean, I think that there's a lot of other directions that I think Oda is interested in taking Haki, and I think that's what he's exploring right now at the end of Egghead and in the story of One Piece. I think he's going to continue to do this and potentially take Haki in some weird off-branch, kind of disciplines. I mean, whereas we could kind of consider armament and observation as the main disciplines of Haki, Conqueror's Haki being another discipline. What if there are some others that kind of are related and kind of maybe mold some of the different elements of the different levels of Haki? I mean, this is like, for example, what about like an armament sword attack that once you like struck your enemy, gave them a similar type of Conqueror's Haki, kind of like stun? I think this is something that could kind of make sense, and it would very well fit into the One Piece universe and One Piece story. That people wouldn't have to make to do some mental gymnastics to explain it to themselves. I think that there's a lot that Oda can do with Haki and is going to do with Haki in the next 100, 200, 300, 400 chapters that is going to explain a lot to us and is going to take some of the One Piece story in a direction that we haven't really considered as possible. All right, that's all I have for this One Piece theory. Stay tuned to see the winner of my One Piece Volume 100 giveaway right now. And now for the giver of the One Piece Volume 100 giveaway. Anisha Thomas, By the time this video is uploaded, I will have messaged you on Discord. You're going to get a free volume of One Piece Volume 100. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more One Piece content, One Piece giveaways, and everything anime related.